morning, good afternoon, good evening. Let's get started. Not sure what time it is, but here in the Eastern Coast, it is 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Not sure what time it is your time, but it's time to make this money. So let's do it, guys. Let's make this money in 3, 2, and 1. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Is the camera working today? And bingo bango. Bingo bango. Whoa, I am really, really dark. Let's go ahead and turn this. Oh, I got a sneeze too. A little bit better. Ooh. I'll say about that. All right. 1 second. Let me sneeze. All right. And I'm back. Got that ghostly effect going. All right. So here we go, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Joe, also known as Trade Intuition, where we show you how to successfully trade without all the complicated terms, pattern memorization. That stuff's boring. Nobody wants to do all that. Now, if you're super, super smart and you can remember everything, if you're that kid that got picked on because they didn't study and they made straight A's, well, this probably isn't for you. This is more for the ones that had to study and study and study just to get a B. This is support resistance. You do this, you'll be winning way more than you're losing. Of course, because it's all levels. Throughout the entire chart is nothing but levels. Now we're going to show you how to do this. We're going to go over a few things today. We're going to go over Bitcoin. We're going to go over some of the dominances. We're going to basically go over the market. Bitcoin dominance, the USDT dominance, the total 2, total 3, possibly. I'm going to go over a few things. So let's go and get started. Let's get on with Bitcoin. We got Moho in the game. What's going on, Moho? Appreciate you. Moho is in the game. He is in the winning game. Let's go. Bingo mango. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. So right now we are looking at, man, I got another sneeze coming up. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe it's some allergies. Not sure. Hold on. Good Lord. 1 second. Ooh, doggy. All right, I'm back. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with this. We're looking at Bitcoin. Let's look at Bitcoin on a higher time frame. So let's go start off with a daily time frame and just kind of recap what we've been looking at. Right now, not looking strong. You know, we're in this range. A price came up, came down, came up to about the same area and tried to break this level. Right now is the time for it to break it. They didn't want to do it, couldn't do it, wanted to, tried to, not able. Doing a lower high, breaking this low, continuing lower, and now we're just hanging around here. Let's go to a 4-hour time frame just so we can see more candle bodies. We can see this is what we're looking at. It's coming down, and now it's doing this number, going lower highs, not looking strong. We do have our point of control based off of our fixed range volume profile. Price action tends to currently bounce on this. Now, I mentioned this earlier. I do a lot of streams. I do a lot of thought process videos for my group. And earlier today, we had a VIP session in addition to a YouTube members only session where we went over this. And right now we are currently bouncing off of our point of control. This is not a valid, super strong support resistance level. We went over that earlier. This is an area of possible support resistance. So the reason it's possible is because the price action can easily break below it or break above it, as we see here, Exhibit A and B. This right now is currently respecting it, and it could easily roll over. So these levels that we have in boxes and in lines, horizontal lines or rays, these are actually showing valid, very strong support resistance key levels. Could they be broken? Yes, 100%. Hey, we got Melissa in the house. What's up, Melissa? Appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much. Thank you for everybody smashing the like. That really does help support the channel. Today's Saturday, man, Saturday. Of course, if you're on the other side of the world, not sure if today's still Saturday or not, but here in the States, it is. All right, so let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Now, what we're doing is we're we're doing top-down analysis. That's literally what we're doing. And what we're doing is we're looking to see the price action, the momentum, the movement, the strength of the move. We can see as it came down, I was anticipating that it would come up to about here, about 50% from the high to the low, about 50% before a retrace. Now it actually came down about 38%. So if you just kind of flip this around, we always want to see at least a 38% to 50% move when it's coming down, or rather when it came up, we want to see a retracement of 38 to 50%. As it comes down, we're looking for a bounce, same thing, around 38 to about 50%. And this is around 38%. So it came up here, it stopped, started coming down. Once this started happening, I ended up doing a short, made a little bit of money, then it stopped. I noticed this stoppage right here. So this is possibly saying that we might go up. We don't know. But if it breaks this level, let's zoom in nice and tight. And this applies to your coins as well. And this is why I do a deep dive on Bitcoin, giving you a lot of thought process so that you can actually apply this to any coins you may be trading. Trading right now, very difficult. Just letting you know that trading is very, very difficult right now. Came down, stopped. Then it came up here and it stopped. So what we're looking for is we're looking for a level right here. Well, actually a little zone. These wicks stopped at the same spot. These kind of bodies stopped at the same spot. So it's a little zone. We don't want to enter a long unless it breaks this. And this would be kind of front running. The long that we really want to enter in is once it breaks this level. And we're going to see this on a lower time frame. So we're working our way down. We don't want to go short until it breaks this level. And this is front running the break of this level. Now it did come down and it stopped right on this level. Stopped right on this level. And then now it started going up, breaking this level, coming up. Now it started to stop. I thought I was going to turn around and flip. I went long here, and then I sold here, and then I actually went short here, and then I saw it coming up and said, nope, let me stop. You know, I'm anticipating it come down to the 382 off of this pull, and it did. It went really nice to the 382, and then it looked like it was going to bounce. And then it looked like it was going to flip. And let's look what it looks like on the 15-minute time frame so you can see what I'm looking at. This is real-time technical analysis. You know, I'm in the trade. I'm in the long. Once I see that it starts doing this and starts coming down, I sold because we're away from our moving average. Now, granted, is the moving average a magnet? No, it just signifies where the average of the candle bodies were closing. So as it moves further and further away, that's telling me that the average close is right here. Doesn't have to stop here, it can come down. But since we already moved up all this way, I'm thinking 38, 50% possible. So I sold, didn't go short. I should have, didn't go, woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? Didn't go short. Saw this bouncing on the 382, wasn't looking strong, ended up going short again. Started coming down, started coming up, and then here I think I took a loss. I said, nope, not looking good, sold it. And it started coming up, it's like, oh man, I don't want to be flip-flopping. So I'm gonna wait till the break of this to enter a long. And I'm glad I did because sure enough, it went up and now it's coming back down. So is it going to do another lower high? How it's been doing, high, lower high, lower high. High, lower high. We gotta wait and find out. So all in all, I do not think this price action is bullish right now. In order for me to start thinking bullish, it has to break above 96.873. Has to break above, close above, possibly get a retest on. If it comes up here, because what it's doing is in a range. Hopefully y'all can see that. We have a low, we have a high, we have a low, possibly a high. And then what could happen, and of course YouTube is saying your camera's working, but now you're not receiving enough video. So thanks YouTube, appreciate you, man. You're the best. You're the best, YouTube. You are the best. YouTube loves giving me this love message every single time. Not every time, but usually. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Blah, blah, blah. So if I start glitching, or if I start getting attacked by the Matrix, please let me know in the comments. That way we can just take off the camera. All right, moving on. Let's see here. So I would like to see it come up here and then start coming down. More than likely I'll short with a very tight stop loss to see if I could ride this, maybe possibly back down to here. We'll see. So right now, not looking good. We need to break this level. All right, so that is that. Let's see here. Any questions? I don't see any questions in the chat. This is your 1 hour of free mentorship. I strongly recommend y'all take advantage of it. Man, so for one thing, I'm not special. I want to provide you with so much value. It's crazy. And I kind of mentioned this on to my group, but man, I probably should say it. All right, not gonna say it. You gotta be careful. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this. We're gonna run down a few different thought process ideas. First one is, make sure y'all can see. Oh, let's go here. Over. Okay. I'll do it like this. All right. So this is Bitcoin dominance on the video. Is fine, man. Thank you, Mo. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, if I start like glitching or anything like that, please let me know. So this is Bitcoin dominance on the weekly. We last time, December 28, 2020, this was our high. Well, yeah, this was our high for the dominance of Bitcoin, which was 73.63. Some people are wanting to see us go back here. I don't. I really don't. I would like for us to do a lower high, right around 65, and then roll over. Now, this initially was my thought process several weeks, if not months ago, where I was initially saying that I would like to see this. Where do I have it? I think I had it up here. And I had this here. But when we got more data, we received more data, price was already coming down, or the market cap was already coming down. And I said, all right, fine. It might come to here. And it came pretty close. And then, we're looking at other things, and I only look at this really just very briefly, just to see what percentage we're at. Then it came down, then it came up, broke this level, not good, because this is saying that the dominance of Bitcoin is overruling the dominance of the alts. And that means the alts are suffering. Yeah, alts are suffering. And sure enough, broke this, came up some more, and we had a really nice spike. Now we kind of having a sell-off on the dominance of Bitcoin, but the alts aren't really doing anything really. Now, what we want to see Bitcoin dominance come down. Because again, this is the dominance over the entire market. Bitcoin dominance comes down, then the alts hopefully will start going up. Hopefully. Let's see here. Total 2. I like looking at total, what's this one? Yeah, total 2. I like looking at total 2, not so much total 3, because for me, Ethereum is pretty key when it comes to the alts. It's pretty key when it comes to the alts. Let's see here. So this is total 2, which does not include Bitcoin. This is on the weekly time frame. We can see that we had 1.6 trillion back over here in November 2021. This was the all-time high. Remember, this does not include Bitcoin. And sure enough, December 2024, we surpassed that. And this is kind of body close. We surpassed that by about, barely, 0.02 trillion, which is still a lot of money. We surpassed that back in December. Then we haven't looked back. Sell-off period, just everything's getting weak, bunch of selling pressure. coming all the way down here to 1.2 trillion. And let's go to a daily time frame. We can see that we're kind of having on the daily a little bit of a run up today, and we'll see if we can break through this 1.25 trillion. Only time will tell. Let's go over here. Let's see here. See here. Moho says, when you're pulling the fixed range volume profile for your point of control, I see many different values stated by everyone. Where do you decide to start pulling it from? It's always from a pivot. Always from a pivot. So let's go. Let's do it from here. Now, this is subjective because we have a pivot for here, and these are the main pivots. We have a pivot here. We have a pivot here. So I could pull it from here. Let's see here, fixed range volume profile. Here's this one. Oh, you can't see it. This is my fixed range volume profile. And whenever I click on anything here, it turns blue on the side. And I can go from the swing low over to the remainder. And it tells me my POC is right here. And that's a great question too, because I do get that question asked a bunch. Like, where do you pull certain things? Same thing with the anchored VWAP. So for my anchored VWAP, I can do the same thing, pull from the very pivot, and here's my anchored VWAP. Now, what I could also do is this gives me a wider range that it's getting the data from. If you wanted to, you could pull it from this high, and from this high to this, not including this, will give you this right here. So this, again, subjective, you know, my pool can be different from your pool, and it just depends on what you're looking for. Are you looking for a tighter range, or are you looking for a broader range? Same thing with when you're doing the fib retracement. For me, I would put it from, of course, have my magnet tool on, from the low to the high. This would give me my levels. Let's say I was looking for targets. These targets are going to be wider spaced apart than if I did a fib pull from the top to the bottom, because this pull is lesser in size. So these would be tighter. So hopefully all that makes sense. So to answer your question, how do you decide? It's from using the pivots and depending on what you want to see. For me personally, I want to know this whole range. So I would do mine from the beginning of the pivot here, and this is my point of control. Same thing with my anchored VWAP. I want to do it from the whole range. And then if I wanted to, same thing, I can go from here, and then it gives me this from the average volume from here to here is this. All right. Hopefully all that makes sense. Okay. Let's see here. Great question. Let's see here, going down the list. We got Retro Mike Tech in the house. What's up, my man? What is going on? We got Tease in the house. What's up, Tease? Appreciate you, man, being here. Let's see here. We got Wick 589. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, let's see here. Do we have? Yes, we do. We have Wix Wi-Fi 89 also in the chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you for smashing the likes. You guys are the best. All right. So we went over those. Let's go also to the ES1 exclamation point. This is the S&P 500 E-mini futures. Right now, it's kicking butt. It is absolutely kicking butt. If we go to, I mean, we were doing it from way back over here. If we are looking at this on a higher time frame, which would be the weekly, we can see we're continuing to make higher highs and higher lows. Now, I would expect this to come down here, and this is the stock market. Now, when the stock market comes down, usually the alts, crypto comes down. Usually. Doesn't happen all the time. Before, it used to be spot on. Now, not so much. But one thing that I do want to mention, the Dixie, which is the dollar index. When this usually goes up, the alts or crypto and also the stock market usually goes down. Now, there have been several times that this will go up and crypto, stock market will go up as well. Now, there are some anomalies, you know, it doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen. And when it does, don't freak out. Everything will get back to normal. Once this starts coming down, more than likely, the alts, crypto, and also the stock market will also continue to go up. All right. But one thing I do want to point out, this is the dollar. Very strong right now. It broke out of our resistance zone, found a bullish support right at 107.3, starting to come up. When this is strong, not good for crypto, generally. We can see that it's kind of weak. You know, we had a high, lower high, lower high. Now what we're doing is we're seeing if this is going to break above this. If it is, it's gaining strength, which means that the more than likely stock market and crypto market aren't going to do so well. If it continues and breaks this level, even worse. Breaks this level, even worse. If it does a retest on this and goes up, looking for a world of hurt, and that's when Bitcoin could possibly, we don't know, could possibly break below our levels, our points of control, and then continue down. Now, I know I have a bunch of lines here. Let's go ahead and take off our moving averages, and let's put on our VWAP. Our VWAP is just the VWAP. It's not the anchored VWAP. So this is going to show up different than an anchored VWAP. An anchored VWAP, we have control of where we want the data from. This is the VWAP. This is the average of all of the volume. All right. So here we have this volume here. It is currently above it. Right now it is creating a possible double top. If it breaks below this level, we have a pretty good chance it's going to continue lower to here. 96.1, and then possibly come back into this zone where the bottom would be about 95.1. Now, all this is possible. Like, nobody knows what's going to happen. So let's go ahead and draw this out. We have price action coming down. Looking at this, if it breaks this, which I think it will, I don't think it'll bounce. I think it's going to break it just because there wasn't a lot of strength build up. It came down. It tried, it couldn't do it, tried again, couldn't do it. Finally, it tried to come up, couldn't break this level, showing weakness. Very strong chance. I want to say about an 85% chance breaks below this, comes down to this area, comes up, gets rejected once again off of the same level, comes back down, and now this is the level, in my opinion, of decision. What is it going to do? Is it going to bounce up? Hopefully giving us another potential, you know, brief hope, or is it going to come down, you know, once it breaks right here, or is it going to come down here, finally, you know, just rip off that dumb band-aid, break below our point of control, and come down. We don't want it to break below our bounce zone. This is our bounce zone. This is our very tight bounce zone. We don't want it breaking below here. We do, we're in a world of hurt. Get ready for a bunch of short setups from everybody, because that's what everybody sees. Low volume node, more than likely might get hit. Now, the market makers know what we think. They trained us. They showed us how to do charting. Now, do they think that we don't already see this? So if it does come down and you do have shorts, make sure as soon as possible, put your stop losses in profit. Because what might happen, might start coming down, might even break this level right here. This is the 38% mark from this entire pull. If we go to the daily time frame, from this pull way over here, the start to here is 38%. Well, we can see it right here. This is our fib pull right here. We started from here, the lowest point, to this just so it can give us a tighter range. And this is our 38% mark. If we break below the 38% mark, and world of hurts. We're looking at possibly coming down here to roughly around 75, 79-ish area. Easy. And then maybe even coming down here. Now, what would be really, I wouldn't say weird, but every time, so let's kind of break stuff down. Let me see who's chatting in here. Let's see here. Moho says, perfect answer. Thanks, Joe. Thank you, man. Means a lot to me. I'm trying to get the best answers possible. So let's move this over here so we can see this a little bit more. Just. All right, very good. See here, Wick says, Joe, come to Pensacola so we can have brunch with you and Retro Mike tomorrow. Tomorrow? Sure. That would be nice. That would be nice. Let's see here. What am I looking at? I am looking at this. I want to show, is it this one? Okay. So I want to show this. Last, I know this is a whole bunch of stuff on here. Last, all right. So this is what I want to show. Right here was the all-time high in 2017. We have it labeled right here. December 17, all-time high, 2017. Now look what happened with the 2021 bear market. 2021 bear market started right here, came down, broke below this all-time high about 21%. So we have that information. Now, if we come over here and let's say this is the all-time high and we do about the same, about a 20% pullback from the all-time high, depending on wherever we end up landing. If this, and I don't want to think this, but if this is this will be horrible, in my opinion, for crypto. If this moment we are at the all-time high, and this was our first run up, all-time high, this was our retrace, and this was our second run up, all-time high, second high being higher than the first high, and we get our bear market pullback. If it starts from here, we're looking at a pullback of around 43%. Now, I don't want to be the bear. I do not want to, believe me, I am so depending on this bull market. But if hey, how come that didn't show up? Oh, there it is. I prematurely, that's never happened before, but I prematurely, well, you know, got it happen. We got a super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate you greatly. Let's see here. Wick says, I feel like token unlocks can actually suppress price until completed. Yes. Rather than decrease price when they come out. Let's see here. Like with Flare. This is, let's see, is this silly? No. All right. So you're saying suppress price rather than decrease price. So to me, suppress and decrease mean the same thing. I may be wrong. Now, for token unlocks, for me personally, I have a whole thought process when it comes to token unlocks. If we're in the bear market, token unlocks have a extremely high tendency to hurt the coin a lot. The reason being, well, they bought the coin prior to any kind of listing on exchanges or whatever. Let's say they bought the coin for 1 cent. And coin gets listed. It's a 2-year anniversary or 1-year anniversary. And now they're going to get their allocation to them. The coins unlocked, given to them so they can start selling. And we're in the bear market, the ugliest part of the bear market. Everything dropped 99%. Awful market, awful. However, the price is at 30 cents. They bought it at 1 cent. They're going to sell it. Hands down, they're going to sell it. They made a huge gain, even in the bear market, the bearest of the bear market. Now, let's take that same scenario. They bought it for 1 cent. It's at the end of the bear market. We can already see, prices going up and down, but we're still in the bear market-ish area. We're already kind of exiting it, going to the bull market. The people who get those unlocks, more than likely they'll sell some or half so they get money right now, but they'll save some because they know they will be a fool if they sold all of it, because hold it for 3 more months and you can sell it at maybe a 400, 500, 800% more. So they're going to hold some. Now, if it's in the full-fledged bull market, bull run, everything is just super crazy, you're ordering pizza just so you can tell somebody, look at my portfolio. Like, that's how crazy it is. If they have a token unlock, chances are it's not going to affect the coin one bit, because everybody in the super FOMO mode, they're just buying. Oh, it went down 3%, buy. Oh, it's up 49%, buy. Oh, it's up 3x, buy. That's what they're going to do. So that's my thought process when it comes to token unlocks. So hopefully that makes sense. See here, it's reverse, but the rumors sell the news. They're selling the rumor of unlocks. Okay. So, so that's another thought process. I'm buying the news. Okay. So that's completely different from what I interpreted from that statement. So here's another thought process when it comes to token unlocks. There's a massive token unlock. Matter of fact, I got duped by one of them. I forgot what token it was, but it was the largest token unlock in crypto history. I was like, ooh, man, get ready. Coin's gonna dump. And now, of course, the market wasn't great already, and it was already coming down. So I'm thinking, oh my gosh. Retro Mike says, Gari has no token unlocks. Perfection. Thank you for the super chat, Retro Mike. Thank you for the super chat. Back to the token unlocks. Now, I got duped. Biggest token unlocked in crypto history, and the price was already coming down. We're in the bearish market. Everything's, I'm thinking it's gonna dump and dump hard. Man, I'm ready. I'm telling my group about it. I'm notifying them like a few times during that week. Get ready, guys, get ready. And we had already shorted it, and then we ended up closing it. I think our stop loss got hit because it had a pump, and then in profit. And then, so I have my alerts and everything, and I'm waiting. Forgot all about it. I'm so busy. I'm doing all these other things. 3 or 4 days later, one of my members asked me, hey, Joe, what's up with that token unlock? I was like, dude, I completely forgot. I said, well, let me check. Did not even hit my alert to warn us to enter the short because it went up. How, why, no idea. Perfect example, buy the rumor, sell the news, and more than likely people were selling because it's the opposite. People were selling due to this massive token unlock, shorting it on the way down. Then of course it gets closer to it. Everybody gets notified, hey, in 1 week, there's this big old token unlock. Everybody starts talking about it. But people who are monitoring these token unlocks, they already knew a month, 2 months, 3 months ago, if not longer. So they were already positioning themselves for this, everybody, it's gonna go down, let's sell. So yeah. Let's see here. Retro Mike Tech says, Joe, on a serious note, I'm taking another look at Gari Network. Really? You're a smart dude. So if you are, I will not laugh as much. They are building a real streaming platform. Really? Huh. Okay, maybe I might not laugh. If you're really looking into it, I will too. Because you were way smarter than me. And Yeah, when I did research on it like some time ago, it's trash. Now, granted, I take that back. It's not trash. It's not trash. They have a good idea. It's not something that hasn't been done before, but they have a working project. The only thing is, it's India, which is a huge marketplace, but it's the price actually is not reflecting it. Like nobody's buying it, nobody's doing nothing. So this could be a sleeper. You know, if Retro Mike says that they're building a streaming platform, then a real streaming platform, then, you know, I throw a few $100s, 500, maybe a grand or two, not financial advice, in it, let it sit and see what happens. Now, granted, you don't, because of the market cap, because of the order books, you don't want to put all the 500 or 5 grand in it in one spot. You want to do $20, $50, see if you're moving it. $20, $50, you know, every so many hours or maybe a day or whatever. But you don't want to put all the money all at once because you will move the coin. If you do, let me know when you're going to do it so I can do it first so I can sell to you. No, but all right, moving on. See here, Mike. No kidding. Another subscription. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. I'm not saying you won't fail, just trying to do a deeper dive. Yeah, I did a deep dive a few months ago, several months ago. Heck, man, maybe like even a year ago. But I mean, I'd like the project, and I actually have a video on it. You can search my videos and just type in Gari. Matter of fact, let's do that for fun. Let's do that for the giggles. I do like the giggles. Let's do that for the giggles. You want to go to the search. Now you have to do the search on my videos. If you do the search up here, you're gonna get everybody doing Gari. But if you go to my videos right here and you type in Gari and you hit enter, you have to hit enter. It says this information right here. It is a 10-minute video and I give you a bunch of information on it. 9 months ago, I did it, and I let you know my thought process. And this is unbiased, gives you information as far as what it is, you know, about this stuff. You can tip people, you can pay people, different things and stuff. Now, of course, things may be different. Talking about unlocks. Oh, I think it was unlocks there. So I do FA, TA, and also tokenomics. And then here I'm showing you some of this, and then targets if you wanted to enter the trade at that time. I'm not sure if it's going up or down from here. See, what was the price? 31, 0.31. Okay, so let's go 0.31. Just for giggles, just for giggles. Let's do this. Gari, USDT, Mexi. Ooh, but I mean, it was 9 months ago. I'm not gonna beat them up. They like all the coins have come down from 9 months ago at least 90%, so I'm not gonna beat them up. And then here I had a lot of people at this time asking every single day for Gari. Come on, what am I doing? Every single day asking about Gari. And I was saying, you gotta wait, kind of break above this, and it really never did. It broke here, but I mean, this, I wouldn't have entered. We just waited. And then I said, prices right here. It should go down. And the date was May 25, 2024. So I was saying, oh, I think because it was pumping. And they wanted me to look at it again because it's pumping. And they think I'm gonna say buy. I was like, not even, it's pumping. As a matter of fact, it had done, I don't know if it did this line yet. But the price was here. I said, nope, I think it's gonna go down. And boop, here now. It came up here. This was nice. But it came all the way down. Now, granted, I'm not gonna beat them up because, well, all the coins, heck man, my coins are down 80%. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they're down 60% now. I don't know. Gari never goes up. When people don't know how to buy, they don't know how to do the order books. They buy like $500 or $100. They do this, more than likely. And then get wrecked, so. But yeah, let's see here. All right. Going to the list. Okay. Any questions, comments, concerns, issues? Got about 15 more minutes. Got about 15 more minutes. Let's see here. Let's go back to this. Here. Going in the list. We got Jay Violet in the house. What's up, Jay Violet? Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you. Let's go back to the Dixie. And I think there was something else. Oh yeah, the others. So others is the total market cap excluding the top 10 dominance. So whatever's not in the top 10, this is what this looks like. And it just, we had this level, it's on the daily time frame. We had this level and it broke our level of support right at 8.68%. Came down. It's trying to come back up. Trying to come back up. But we will see. We will see what happens. If you have any points you want me to do, let me know. Let me know. Let's see here. Let's go back to this one. Let's go to some of these coins. Now, these are some, I'm going to run through these really quick. This is the ISO 222 standard. This is the global standard. And these coins, everybody's talking about them. And these are the coins that Trump may have the, I believe it's the no tax on these coins. I believe these are USA made or US made in the USA. They actually have a tag on on CoinMarketCap where it's either made in USA or USA token. And you can look at all these too. See here. K Diggy says, wow, I forgot I was in a scalp. Yes, I was in a scalp. I was in a short. No, I was in a long. I was in a long. And then I was going to do a short. And I said, no, I'm going to do my live stream. And I like being able to look at it. Sometimes it works against me because then I just take my profit. It's like, oh, sell it. But right here, I was going to take my short. I was like, I don't know. I'm going to do it right here. Right when I saw it coming down, it's like, oh, possibly double top. Let's do a stop loss right here. And I was like, I'll wait. So what I want to do is I want to wait for the break of this level. I want to wait the break of this level for me to go short. But I think this will be good. We have a high, lower high, confirmation break of this level, enter. That's what I mean. See here. Hey, $60. That'll work. That'll work. All right. So let's look at, let's see here. 20. So here, I'm just showing you my alerts. So for the alert on this one, it's 2.5663. And let's go into this. That way everybody can see it just a little bit faster. Okay, alerts. For XLM, this one, same thing. We have an alert. Let me move this over. The alert is right there. For IOTA, the alert's way down here. Copy. And this alert here. Then the next one is ALGO. For ALGO, same thing. All these are alerts, and the hard part is going to be, because all these alerts are going to go off at one time. I'm pretty sure of this. The hard part is actually deciding which one do you want to get in. I do not recommend getting to every single one, because then what's going to end up happening is you're going to be in too many coins. And that is that's a huge downside, really. Because let's say you have $1,000 and you allocate all these coins, and say there's 10 of them. I don't know how many there are. 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's just say 10. You can only put $100 in each one. That's not good, because let's say, you know, one of them shoots up a whole bunch and one of them shoots up a little bit. You know, I would rather have 500 in one, 500 in the other, the ones that I really, really like. And then the rest, if I miss opportunities, hey, I miss opportunities. It's all right. And that's the hardest part, really, is you have to be okay with missing out. And that's where the greed comes in. The greed, you want to get as much as you can, as fast as you can. But what you have to realize is it all adds up. Like, we're all going to make money. Now we're just waiting for dumb Bitcoin to decide, is it going to come down and just rip off the Band-Aid and come down and just wreck everybody? If so, let's start shorting. Can you short and long through when you're in this zone? Yes. When you're in this range? Yes, sure can. But for me, it's much easier to say after the fact. Way easier. Look, guys, we had a double top right here and it broke this level, and then you want to short. Real easy to say that. Now, granted, this is how we trade, but it's real easy to say that after the fact. You know, if let's say we would have opened shorts here and then it went up, you know, we would have short squeeze, we get stopped out. A lot of opportunities missed. But man, who's ready, guys? Who's ready, man? I'm ready. See, haven't struck out yet. Hey, there you go. That's what it's all about. So of course, you know, I'm still doing my $25 challenge. It started out as $10, then it went to 33, then I brought it back to 10 because I started trading very higher leverage with different coins than Bitcoin, which moves much faster. So I took it down from 33 to 10. And then from my 10, I took it to 27, then 25, and now I'm at 24. So it's like, ugh. And it's because I'll close on my trade really fast. I lose 30%, 80 cents, or 30 cents, 20 cents, 5 cents, 50 cents. And I'm just trading with a little bit of money, like $2, $5, $10. And all those 30 cents, 80 cents, they add up. But I would rather take those little losses fast than to take a $2 or $3 loss. And then when I do get gains, well, then my gains are $2, $3 on average. And I lost, you know, all those times trying to get that $3, I lost maybe $1, maybe $1.50. But it's slow and steady, and, you know, builds up the account. Now, granted, I'm doing it with $10. Well, now it's 25 or 24. But this is just to show you that you could do this with $100 or 1,000 or 10,000 or whatever it is, as long as you, and it's what I always recommend is use very little money to do what I'm doing, so that you can see, you can gain it pretty quick, but you can also lose it pretty quick, especially if you start deviating from what made you that money, which in my case was doing other coins that moved way faster than Bitcoin, way faster. Automatic Beat says tops in selling everything. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, guys. And thank you so much for smashing the like. You guys are the best. You're the best. All right. Let's see here. Do I want to short? Is my short ready? I don't want to front run it, because there's times where I front run. Well, let me just bring up my, I don't even know where it's at. Oh, remember this one? So this was shilled to us like 2 days ago, and they were also trying to shill this. So this was shilled to us 2 days ago when it was here. Yeah, 2 days ago when it was here. And I didn't like it because of all these bundles. And because I know how to do my research and everything, this is not good. Like, this one holder holds like 11+%. This one holder holds like 6% or something like that. And then there's another holder here, and they could all be in cahoots with each other, or they may all be the same person. So for that reason, it's like, man, I don't know. I don't like it. Could it make you money? Sure, of course. And it did. Now, what they're doing is they're going and they're going to all these YouTubers who are doing live streams. That's what and it's smart, and there's no hate on that. So that the YouTubers can look at it, talk about it, and people jump in, more audience. Then yesterday, I was on Tom Crown's, watching Tom Crown, and somebody asked about this, about Mandy, and a few times, and I think maybe a few different people. And Tom was like, listen, guys, I don't know how to do all the research on all that. You know, I don't like it just because somebody else talked about it, a YouTuber talked about it. That doesn't mean, you know, it's good. There's a lot of YouTubers out there that would just shill anything. And then I did a super chat, $2. Super chat, I said, the too many wallet bundles. And then Tom Crown goes, Joe, I mean, he's Trading Tuition. He's another YouTuber. He knows, and he knows what he's talking about. Or he knows more than me. I forget what his verbatim or his words were, but he's like, Joe knows about this, and like he's I forgot what he said, but it was pretty much, I was reputable. And on his show, he said, you know, I know nothing about it. You know, it could just be a shill. I'm not doing anything with it. You know, I'm not saying I don't like it, but I'm not saying I like it. And the price went up. Price went up really nice too. And again, with these tokens, like you have to get in and out. So we heard about it here. It went up, shoot, yeah, 160%. But if you didn't take profit, came all the way down. And up, down, up. For me personally, nice price action. Very nice price action. You know, it's showing strength. Yes, it came down, did a wick, lots of buyers, higher lows, breaking the high. It looks strong. I'm not gonna lie, it looks strong. However, because of the bundles, I don't like it. And they're still holding. It's still the top 10% or the top 10 still hold 28.2%. Before, I think it was like 29 or 30%, 29 for sure. And so they still have plenty to sell. But they're doing it smart though. Like once it goes up, then they dump it. Versus right now, just saying, you know what, I'm done. Let's just sell all of it and rug everybody. So now, even though this says that the dev sold, the dev could have had other wallets. And that could be what we saw earlier on that stuff. All right. See here. Any questions, comments, concerns, issues? We're already at the end of the show. I do see the people are starting to leave. Not a problem. I wonder if Road Dogg is still playing. Let me see. I think Road Dogg is still live. He just finished 2 minutes ago. Dang it. Dude is funny. Dude does a lot of characters. He's a really, he's a good guy. I really like him a lot. Very entertaining and knowledgeable, but I look at him more for entertainment purposes. And there are some things that he'll show is like, you know what? I didn't think of it like that. So that's why I love watching just people in general, because there's times where it's like, yeah, I didn't see it like that. And that's one of the things I like to do is I like to delete my chart and start from scratch. And that way I can see certain things. But I do thank you guys very much. And yes, thank you for smashing the likes. You guys are the best. We'll see you next time. What's today? Sorry. So, I'm going to do a live stream later on tonight at 12 a.m. More than likely, that's the plan. Hopefully, 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. Pretty sure I will. All right. Thank you so much, guys. I do thank you, and we'll see you in the next one. Not sure what time it is your time, but it's always time to make this money. So let's do it, guys. Let's make this money. My name is Joe, also known as Trade Intuition. We'll see you in the next one. Take care. Thank you, guys. You guys are the best. See ya. No.